Hi everybody, it's Chartsky with the second video from July 7th, the day we officially started summer scalping. This is the afternoon session and some of those scalps as we took them and managed them in the live trading room. Okay, and now we'll add crude oil 45.50 for our scalps. May have to come down to 40.45, 15 ticks either way. Let's come down 40.45. Well, we got in 41, so oops. That's what happens. You pop a limit order in, sometimes you get a tick better. But we'll still go 40.45 on a scalp, crude S&P 90.91. 2 points in the S&P, 15 tick target in crude. Start of the afternoon session. So that one's in. Getting hit on at 90, but not filled at 90. Like I say, these little scalps are everywhere. Come on, crude oil's hitting on 45. Dad, bam it. There we go, filled on the double. Or the add-on, however you want to put it. Did not get filled. I'm going to drop the S&P a tick. Go in on 3/4. 89 and 93/4. May have to drop it another tick to 89.5. $89.5. 89.5 and 90.5. We may miss the turn down. Can't really. All right, 89 even on the trade through, and 90 for an add-on. Oops. So we got a tip on a turn down there. I doubt we'll get filled on the add-on in crude oil. We might. 15 and 20 ticks in crude. I'm sorry, did I say add-on in crude? I meant the S&P. Doubt we'll get filled the add-on in S&P, but we might. 15 and 20 ticks is the target in crude. 2 points in the S&P on our scalp. Just waiting on a little bit of follow through. I mean, look at this. You get a whole lot more than this, but I mean, we're scalping, so we approach it a little different. Take more trades, smaller targets. Works out better in the summer months. All right. Got a buyer stepped in crude. And at 35, we got to watch it when it gets down there now. Second time's the charm or not. Watching 45.35 in crude oil. And we're just barely into the afternoon session, so the S&P trades may take a little while. Crude oil could take a little while. Oh boy, I'm sorry. What a mess. I'm sorry about that. This chart is just, it looks awful. I apologize. One eye on this, one eye on the dome. Still got to get down to 35 where we're going to watch for. Oops, we're going to move that. We'll move that. Move that one over. All right, here we go. All right, here we come down, approaching 45.35. Should get through this time. If it doesn't, let's go to break even. If it doesn't, we don't want to fool with scratching. So it's trying to get through. 15-20 ticks for crude oil. We're at break even in that. S&P is running into a little intermediate support down here at 88.5. I'm about to take a tick off and not worry about this S&P. If it can't get, well, it got through there by a tick. We'll give it some more room then. Give it a little more time. Crude oil's right back to 45.35. It's not giving up easy, is it? Let's go to break even in the S&P. Take the add-on off. Of course, not going to get filled. See if we can get them to turn down and follow through. Looking all right. 15 and 20 ticks. In crude oil, a little bit larger scalp. Could get more. But let's bank it and get the afternoon started good. I'm sorry, that was the computer. Let's go to +1. It should come through this without any trouble. Okay, we got crude oil, 15 and 20 ticks on that one. It's just a little bit bigger scalp. Still a scalp. And we're looking for the S&P to come on down. Missed us by a tick. Got down to 87.25. We just got to give it a chance to hit that intermediate SR level right there. I'm sorry, I cleaned up one chart and it didn't fix the other one much, did I? All right. Let's take a point out of the S&P. Looks like it's bouncing. Take a point on the S&P for the profit target. If we can get that. +1. At least we'll cover cost and commissions. There we go. Looks like it's coming back. So we had to take one tick trailing on that. It may be coming up. If it gets through 87, I'm going to buy again because it should have turned up. All right, 87, 86, same trade. All right, we're in it. It should have been a good trade the first time. Just didn't work out too good. Let's take off the sales in crude oil. It's coming up a little bit more, I think. Let's look to buy this thing. 30.25 on a buy. Okay, running the same trade in the S&P, same one. We're looking to buy scalp this now, and this is just a mess up here. Let's see, we'll take line in the sand off. That's a little bit better. All right, we're in at 30. On one, and we're in over here on one. Same trade in the S&P. I'm going to extend the target on crude oil 5 ticks to 45, so it's going to be a 15 tick, maybe 20 tick. If we can get filled on the add-on. These things are everywhere. Structure in the S&P is the same. If it had made a new low down there, maybe I wouldn't have done this. But it did make a new low. It just looked like it might, so we got out of the trade. And as it came up, you know, you heard me say I think I gave away at least a tick on this one, but that's all right. We can take it again. Cost us commissions, a little bit of aggravation. 87 3/4 got to watch in the S&P, and up here around 39.40 we got to watch in crude oil, but that's all right. Let's see, that was a trail, wasn't it? Pretty sure that was a trailer, but all right, let's see him push up. 87 3/4. Well, we talked about having some trouble here in the S&P. If it can't get up, we're going to have to close this, or think about closing it. I mean, market structure's telling me both of them want to go up. So let's see if they will. Let's see here. Right at 2 o'clock. Maybe a little hesitation in crude oil. We got through 87 3/4 in the S&P, and it's just hanging. Of course, it ticked through before. I'd like to see it get one more tick to really say it's through. There we go. All right, let's see it. Now we give it plenty of room. They should be pumping on up. Could be slow sledding, and that's all right with us. We don't care how long they take. Only thing is, got to get through with this one before we can take the next one, huh? Well, that crude oil keeps trying to come back and fill that add-on. Maybe it needs to do that. To let whichever one of these computers pushing it around, let it go on up. Kind of surprised it's not heading up already. S&P's coming up pretty good. Let's take the add-on off because we're never going to let it get down there. Probably would be safe to go to break even. Although I'm not doing it yet. Okay, break even now in the S&P. Let's focus on crude oil. I'm seeing some worrisome things here in the movement on the dome. +1 in the S&P. Make it a free trade. We'll cover the commissions. And let's focus on this crude oil dome. Should run into maybe should run into some trouble at 39.40. It just seems like it wants to come down and fill that add-on before it goes up. I'm just not sure it doesn't want to run stops down there. A little bit too close to where our protective stop is. Tell you what, the last chance for crude oil right here. If it can't go up, we're just going to take a tick and get out. Up, S&P's hitting on us. All right, let's take a tick and get out of crude. We've given it every chance in the world. Out of crude with one tick. That's all right. They add up. Waiting on a fill in the S&P. Oh, there we go. Didn't have to wait too long. This is what I thought she was going to do that first time. So, another good scalp in the S&P. Crude oil still hanging. Let's see if we can't catch another one. Tell you what I'm going to do. Crude oil is so... I'm going to sell 30.35. It just won't go up. All right, we're in at 30. Just won't go up. And now we've got trouble with going up in the S&P maybe. I'm going to watch 88. I'm going to sell 88 on a trade through in the S&P for a scalp down. Selling 88 on a trade through. See if we can't scalp it coming down. I got the dome fixed now. Trying to watch 88. Now I can't mark crude oil. Oh, there's 88. Okay, 88. Add on 89. Let's add 5 ticks to crude oil. Add 5 ticks to the target. Should be coming down pretty good. So we'll take the add-on off, go to break even. Easy peasy. Might hang there at 20, but it should come on down. If you want to take 10, take 10. That's fine. I'll try to get 15. Oh yeah. Suppose I could mark it now, couldn't I? This one's not filled yet. $87.50 is just too close. I can't do $87.50 in the S&P. Let's see, we get filled in crude oil here. That'd be the full daily profit target plus for the afternoon session. +1. Well, there we go. We got it. Oops. There's only wasn't an add-on. So that's the full daily profit target plus for the afternoon on nothing but scalps. Take off the S&P since we got it. And that's it. Okay, there you have it. The afternoon session on July the 7th, done with nothing but scalps. And we had an afternoon session because it had been a slow week up until then. It had been a short week with the 4th of July holiday on Monday. And anytime we have a slow week, I usually try and add an afternoon session in to help folks, and turned out pretty good. Here's the CFTC disclaimer. It's very important and I urge you to read it. And if you have any questions about the video, about any of the charts, any of the trades, if you want more information or if you're interested in joining us, please visit my blog at www.chartsky.com or send me an email to chartskytrades@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.